part one on who the fuck did I marry. So I met my husband on Bumble. I actually went on Bumble to delete my Bumble account. I was ready to focus on myself. I was ready to, excel in my Pilates classes and so forth, drinking my okra water. I was just living life, okay? Living life, minding my business, just living. And so he messages me, asks me what I'm doing. I tell him nothing. He then says for me to pick a place. Let's go on a date. So I picked a place, one of my favorite places that I like to go to watch Love Island out in Tampa, Ybor area, right? So we go. First date was amazing. He was so understanding. He was just so loving. And I really thought I found my man. Fast forward to us going on our second date on Tuesday. Tuesday come, we go to a Korean barbecue. He chose that place, and I just kind of wanted to know what kind of food he was like interested in. So wanted to know about him personally, right? If that makes sense. That date went amazing. We came back to my place. There's this Sudanese song that he loved for a very, very long time. So I did everything in my power to find it. And it was actually one of my favorite songs too. And we listened to it. We're sitting downstairs. It's getting late. We go upstairs. We don't do anything for like a few weeks. So we're just laying there. I just didn't feel comfortable with him going home. It was super late. And we were drinking. And, as a South Sudanese, we're very, very like considerate, and hospitality is key for us. Like, you come to my house, you're gonna leave better than how you came in, right? And we're all about just making sure we're there for one another, regardless of your family or not. Fast forward, we wake up Wednesday morning, 6 a.m. He looks me in the eyes. He said, let's get married. So I'm thinking like, love at first sight? I'm here for it. Let's go. So we go to the courthouse. They tell us we need to do our marriage counseling, which is like 4 hours, and we're like, we're ready. So we chose the person. We pulled up to her house, and we did our 4-hour session with her, right? Everything just felt like a movie. It felt like out of the ordinary, real bad. And I'm getting emotional because I'm such a lover girl. I'm such a sucker. It's crazy. You can like trick me, and I would just be like, I'm so gullible. I'm so gullible. So anyhow, we're at the courthouse. I changed my name. We're officially married. I'm Miss Goitam. He's Mr. Goitam. I was just living in the moment. Everything was nice. The Porsche was beautiful. The house was beautiful. The cars were just amazing. He was such an amazing person. But mind you, prior to us even going that far, I spoke to him personally because I was personally thinking about wanting more kids, but I just wanted a responsible, loving man, right? Because the way I conceived my son was just horrible. So I've always wanted a big family, but that situation traumatized me completely. So I really thought I found that man, and I was like, yeah, I want more children. I loved being a mother and everything like that. It was just a beautiful thing to be a mom, and I wanted more children. But I told him, I will do an abortion if my child had any disability. If like the test results came back, he was autistic, he had Down syndrome or anything, I would get an abortion. Due to the fact that it wouldn't be fair for my other kids where they don't get any attention at all, one. And the fact that if something were to happen to me, who's gonna look out for my child with disability better than I can? You can't trust a soul, right? So I'm like, yeah, I would definitely. I wouldn't bring a child into this world that can fend for themselves. You know what I mean? I can't be a CNA for years, for the rest of my life, because my child can't wipe their own butt. And most definitely, I cannot have a child with any of those kind of traits due to the fact that my kids are bound to be tall. I'm dinka malwal, yani yana will, yani dinka malwal, mithkia. They're gonna be tall. So I just saw my whole life flash before my eyes. My child being 7 foot, drooling, and it scared me. And I'm like, and my child is going to be black, strong, with disability, tall. He's an easy target to any person, right? So I'm like, I wouldn't even put myself through this. This is before I knew his children had disabilities. And this was before I knew how bad his genetics were. He didn't disclose his genetics. I disclosed everything about myself. I even sent him my Trapping Anonymous interview to just give him a little bit of who I am and my background, and just to be an honest person. Like, this is who I am. If you accept this video, you accept me, because this is my life and this is my story. You know, I'm a hurt person, but I'm healing, and I'm taking therapy, and I'm figuring myself out. You know, I'm just a very honest individual. So he tells me he has 2 kids. He's not sure about the other one. The other one isn't his. He has to do a DNA and so forth. Now, he says that one of his kids has autism. So I'm just like, okay. I became extremely optimistic. Now that I'm married, that child is mine too. So I'm thinking, okay, how best can we support this kid? So when I met him and I saw how severe the situation was, he's nonverbal. He stands at 6 something. He's 200 and something pounds, very intimidating. And I don't know his triggers. I don't know what he likes. I don't know his favorite food. So I'm trying to figure all these things out by myself. When it got too much for me, I asked him, I said, hey, can you set up lunch, brunch, or dinner for your ex-wife and I would like to meet her. I would like to talk to her about Isaiah, how we can all come together and be supportive, and she can help me, so it's easier for him to be here for him and I, right? Allegedly, he said he messaged her and she just doesn't want to meet me, or whatever the case may be. So I'm like, okay, like, your kid comes here. You sure you don't want to meet a random person that just married your ex-husband in 3 days? Like, do you care about your kid? So I'm like, okay, whatever. There's always a solution. For me, there's always a solution. So I was like, okay, put me in some professional classes so I can learn about him, and I and the kid, we will go together. So I needed to be hands-on. I need a professional to teach me how to de-escalate situations, understand the kid. The mom doesn't want to help me, so I'm feeling like a single mom to a kid that I never agreed to, right? And so that was not given to me at all. So I'm like, okay, now things are escalating. He now wants his son to be sleeping on the same bed with us. And this is where I got thrown off. I'm like, he's 15 years old. He's 6 something. And he's 200 and something pounds. Like, sir, I've known you for a very short time. I don't feel comfortable with your child sleeping on our bed, right? But then, you know, he got very defensive. So I'm like, Babiana, you're too much into your head. Just, like, see how it goes, right? So the first night, the kid slept on our bed. He kicked me. Bigfoot kicked me. And he kept targeting me. Then he started touching me. So I'm like, first I'm like, maybe he didn't mean it. No, he meant it. Here I am being molested. So here I am being molested by a child who's 15 years old, who's autistic. I'm being kicked, I'm being groped. So I'm like, hey, I'm not doing this, right? So he gets really defensive and whatever the case may be. And now, before I said I'm not doing this, right? The kid pees on our bed. And everyone knows I have the worst OCD. Everyone knows when it comes to smell, I'm gonna freak out. I hate anything that stinks. I hate urine. I hate feces. I hate everything dirty. Anything just, it freaks me out completely. So he pees on our bed, but he pees on his dad's side of the bed. So I'm just like, okay, I don't know what to do, but we need to clean this pee up immediately. So I get to getting all of the cleaning products. I get to getting the towels, the whole 9 yard. I even bring something heavy to put down so the towel can absorb everything, the whole 9 yard. So now I'm thinking it's a one-time thing. I'm thinking we're going to have a conversation about this and we're going to come up with the best solution. No, it's me having a conversation about this. He's trying to pretend like all of this is normal. And I'm just like, oh no, it's not normal. Mind you, the kid does not pee and do all of these things anywhere else but in my house, right? So when all of that happened, it just kept escalating. Now the kid is watching me. He's just looking at me. One time I felt something staring at me and I looked and it was him and he was groping himself. And I was like, I don't know what's going on. This is scary. Like me being molested by a child with autistic. We can't have this. We can't have this. So immediately ChatGPT, I'm asking ChatGPT, how can I talk to my husband about what's currently going on without offending him, because I see that he's sensitive when it comes to his son. So I, like, the molestation had to stop. You're not going to grope me. You're not going to kick me. You're not going to do none of that. It's not going to happen. Not to me, you know?